Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Utah Utes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Hurricanes will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Stanley. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Down, here comes this offense. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
Pulls it in. It's Woods. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
Looking for a crease. It's Stanley. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
The play-action fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. To the air, it's Lester. Pocket starts to collapse. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Georgia.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
Here comes the offense on first down. The inside handoff.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Great move there. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. And this guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Martinez on the carry. And he makes the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Canes look to keep this drive humming. Motion from the offense. This is a designed run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hurricane!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Utes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. What a good mix of plays, keeping that, and that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And when you run that screen, it takes a lot more time to develop because those offensive linemen, remember, they're going to block, release, and go get somebody. Quarterback's got to get rid of that ball a lot faster when you're running those screen plays.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys in that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
Man, when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
Miami 14, Utah 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now the play fake. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Utes will send out the punt unit. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to beat the D deep. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Power football with the run. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Looking to scramble. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
When these offenses get in the rhythm, they're hard to stop.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Utes will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. First play of the drive, it's the end around. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, the offense dialing up the jet sweep, and I like that idea because this receiver, with his speed, you want to try to get him on the perimeter, put the ball in his hands and see what can happen.
Now on 2nd down. The handoff to Johnson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Canes are flying down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Fires downfield. It's caught downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the 1st down.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Yeah, and just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
Looking to throw, it's Bean. Feeling some heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks, plays to get themselves some momentum.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Utah, 0.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Horton. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Complete some of these hitch throws early. You're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Makes the grab. It's Horton. Across the 25, he's got room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Now from inside the red zone. Moving away from pressure. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Fires toward the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Bringing it back. Past the 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Utes!
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Utes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. You can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep getting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. At the 45, on its way. Off he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When you kicked it in gear, you got the long touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. To the air, it's Lester. Unloads it downfield. And the pass is intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He turns it loose to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
4th down.
The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. first one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Back to throw, it's Lester. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Now on first down from the 43.
Let's go.
From the gun to give, looking for room. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to throw, it's Bean. Sends it downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Canes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Stanley. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Brought down on the play at the 35-yard line. The end of the third quarter of play. The score, Miami 28, Utah 7.
First down to start the drive after the break.
Gorilla. Cricket.
He's going to pass. Makes the grab. It's Stanley.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2000.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. They'll give it to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Brings up second down.
Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Bean. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Canes headed quickly to the line. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Brings up first and goal.
That defensive front was a stone wall on second down. Now it's third and goal from the one. Trying to pound it in. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
How about the offense? The offense goes with the run on third and goal, thinking they can push it in there and be physical. The defense is having absolutely none of that. Nice job by the defense, committing to the run, being physical, and stuffing this offense.
Okay, ready?
Fourth and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Pressure coming. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They believe they can run right here. At the 15, he's loose. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. To the air, it's Lester. Looking for a deep man. Makes the catch down the right side. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Utah! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Yeah, and listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
Utah, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Gets it out quickly. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They want that clock to run. He stopped again. They went right back to him, and he still found no running room at all. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Bean. He's got his man. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead. Guess who shows up with another big one? That one.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And with that takeaway, the defense has just left the door open just enough maybe for their team to come back. They needed a takeaway badly here late in the game, and they got it. Let's see if the offense can respond and seize this moment.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down.
Lofts one high and deep. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
On third down, he drops to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Finds him out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stick.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
To throw, it's Lester. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
Now, I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.